How's it going, guys? And today in this video I'm going to be showing you guys a really cool collection that I've collected in those 4 years of me sitting here in Egypt. Actually 3, because I'm starting my 4th year, which is my school books. And those are genuine school books that I've gotten when I was in school here in Egypt, or also known as Al Alamiya Modern School International, or AMS for short. But anyway, so this is all the books that I've collected. You can see the one on the left is the books I've collected for grade 10. The one in the middle is the books I've collected for grade 9. The one on the right is the one that I've collected for grade 8. And the one in the very middle is the one and only book, the grade 7 book, the one I've taken when I was in grade 7. So I'm going to tell you a bit of a fact. Now, in grade 7, this was my first year in Egypt. My first year during school. Which I tell you, it was difficult at first, but now I gotten really used to it. So 7th grade is my first year. 8th grade is my 2nd year in Egypt. 9th grade is my 3rd year. And grade 10 this year is my 4th year. Which I tell you, it was quite the experience. Anyways, without any further ado, I'm going to show you what I've collected. So I'm going to save the best for last. So first off, we have this world history book. This is for grade 7. And I'll tell you, grade 7 is pretty easy, you know? Let me give you an example. Let me pick up some good lighting. So resources are materials found in the earth that people need and value. That's like geography and history. Maybe I could make a video on that one day. You can see we have map in the past. You can see what a person's skull looks like, which is crazy. And seeing a bear skull kind of scares me a bit. Hunter and gatherers. This is people who hunt animals and gather wild plants, seeds, fruits, and nuts to survive. A society is a community of people who share a common culture. I'm going to type it in the description so you guys would know what it means. Migrate means to move. The freezing times are called the ice ages. So this is what it's about. You can see what the world looks like. And you can see this is what the old times look like. The early farming society. And furthermore, so this is the only book I have from grade 7. I also have some Arabic books, which I'll make another video about. But yep, you can see this is what the world history looks like. Now guys, I'm going to show you some of the books I've collected when I was in grade 8. So I'm going to show you guys here. First, this is the French book for grade 8. And you can see, I know a bit of French. Maybe I could learn some from here if I wanted to. I mean, what's the point in even learning French if you're not gonna go to France or even have some friends from France? What's the point in even learning it? Probably I'm gonna forget it if I don't talk to people in French. And I'll show you something. I'll show you a legendary page in this book that I've taken in the 3rd quarter. And this is this one. A table, whatever this is how you say it. And you can see this is what the picture looks like. It looks pretty nice in that one. It looks fancy quite a bit. Which I'll tell you, this is what I've taken in the 3rd quarter when I was in grade 8. A few weeks before the virus started, before everything had to shut down. And this is what I've taken in the 4th quarter, on the last quarter of the year in grade 8. And I'll tell you guys, it was crazy, you know. And here I have the world history book for grade 8 again, which is the same, but you can see it has the number 8. And you can see it was in perfect condition before, but because, you know, it was really rainy at that time and I wasn't wearing a proper bag, you can see it had some water damage. And I almost forgot to show you, in this one, it also has a bit of water damage because when I was going swimming and I put it in my backpack instead of carrying it in my hand only, that's what happens. It made it wet. But anyways, I'll show you this book. So I'll tell you, Old Kingdom, a period in Egyptian history that lasted from about 2700 BC to 2200 BC. Nobles are people from rich and powerful families. The New Kingdom is the period during which Egypt reached the heights of its power and glory. Trade routes or paths followed by traders. And you can see so much from it. So here, merchants means traders, exports is items sent out to other regions, imports goods brought in from other regions. And you can see this is what the Greek world looks like. And you can see Sparta and Athens, and I'll tell you, it was so interesting. And I'll tell you, soldiers, they stayed in the army between the ages of 20 and 30. They live in armies and only occasionally visit families. And they stayed in the army until they're 60 years old. I'll tell you, in soldiers, their training, they had to face the hardships. And of course, and boys were allowed to steal, but food if they could, but if they get caught, not only they were whipped, but they get disowned. I'll tell you, that was crazy, Looking back at that lesson, I'll tell you, it was an experience learning about this. And of course, Spartans, they didn't have luxuries and expensive food. And especially, they have to learn that discipline and obedience. And they're living tough lives. I'll tell you, I'm just glad we're not in those ancient times. I'm just glad. So, alliance is an agreement to work together. So this is basically what it means. And the phalanx was a group of warriors that sit close together in the square. By the way, this is Alexander the Great. And this is another one that I found. And I'll tell you, reading this part, it brought up my imagination. So within a year, Alexander had destroyed Thebes and enslaved the Theban people. He used Thebes as an example to other Greeks of what would happen if they turned against him. And confident the Greeks would not rebel again, he set out to build an empire. Alexander's efforts to build an empire made him one of the greatest conquerors in history. The efforts earned him the name Alexander the Great. And you can see Hellenistic is Greek-like, by the way. Reason is a clear and ordered thinking. And this is the Roman Empire, which I don't think I've taken. This is so much, guys. So this is the one for grade 8. And I have an English book, the one for grade 8 as well. This is the one I have. Unfortunately, I don't have the one for grade 7. And I don't have the science book for 7 or 8 or 9 because something must have happened to it. And this is what I've taken in the first quarter. Another one is New Immigrants. This is what I've taken in the second quarter, I think, and I'll tell you, it was crazy stuff. You can see, guys, this is what I've also taken. And I'll tell you guys, this is what I've taken also in the second quarter. Monkey's Paw. I even taken this in the second quarter. There's so many nice stories that I would love to make a video on. Maybe in the future, now that I have better equipment, I could make a video on this. So this is the books for grade 8. Now I'm going to show you the books for grade 9. First off, we have this math book for grade 9. Solving linear equations. You can see, in the math in grade 9, quite frankly, I had no idea what I was doing. I get some right, but others I just don't get everything right. You can see I literally had to go on YouTube to look up the steps, and it was crazy, guys. Honestly, I don't know what to think. Looking back at it, it was just crazy. I'm just glad that those times are gone. And one-step inequalities by adding and subtracting. I kind of know about it. I'm just gonna have to remember it again because you know it's been a year already. Solving quadratic equations by factoring. Guys, if you want to see that video that I made solving quadratic equations by factoring, and I even made a video on quadratic formula as well. I'll leave a link in the description below. I'll post it so you guys could check it out. Because I'll tell you, some math lessons were easy, but other math lessons was unbearable. They were unbearably hard. But of course, I'll thank my lovely math teachers that taught me this wonderful stuff and make me give something back. So this is one for grade 9. I have a world history for grade 9. Again, it looks just like the ones I've collected before, except this one is in mint condition. I don't want to mess it up, guys. Sanskrit, that means it's the most important language of ancient India. And Hinduism is the largest religion in India today. This is crazy, guys. And astronomy is the study of stars and planets, which I love in astronomy, especially learning the nicest things. Hindu Arabic numerals is the very numbers we use today are called Hindu Arabic numerals. Alloys means mixture of two or more metals. And metallurgy means the science of working with metals. And here, gunpowder is a mixture of powders used in guns and explosives. Woodblock painting, a form of printing in which an entire page is carved into a block of wood. Compass is this instrument which uses the Earth's magnetic field to show direction. And porcelain is a thin, beautiful type of pottery. And this is what it is, guys. Something that really interests me. Here we have a book for grade 9, and this is for French, and you can see it's in mint condition. And this is what I've taken in the beginning, and you can see this is what all this recycling stuff looks like. I don't want to take too much time, guys, because... And here I have an English book for grade 9, which I tell you, you can see it has a bit of wear and tear, you could tell. But this was the one in purple. I even have another one for grade 10, but it's in blue, and it's in much better condition. This was the first story I've taken in grade 9, The Most Dangerous Game. You gotta have to remember the whole thing all over again. Liberty, this is also what I've taken. I'll even try to make a video on that, and now I know how I could make those story videos now. Being Prey, all those stories. Thank you, ma'am. So much to think, so much to look back at it. American history, probably that's what I've taken as well. Those are the books for grade 9. Now to the best part. The books I've taken for grade 10 for this year. So first off, we have world history. And you can see it has some more things that I've wanted to see. You can see this is what the Mecca looks like. And the Quran is the holy book of Islam. And of course, I'm going to type it in the description so you guys can check that out. I haven't taken it this year, but I have more that I could show you. And hieroglyphics is a system of writing using signs and symbols. I think I've taken this before. Maize means corn. And Aztecs is the people who lived in the Valley of Mexico. And the capital of Aztecs is Tenochtitlan, or however you say it. Basically, this is what it is, guys. And here, this is what the world looks like. North and South America, Europe, Asia, and Africa, and even Australia. We also have the Arctic and Antarctica. And here we have all those flags which is so cool. Maybe I can make a video on that. So this is one for grade 10. We even have a French book for grade 10, which I tell you is so interesting, and even has a bit of translation here, like "Toi, how old are you?" and so on. Has some cool pictures, and I kind of know what this means. It means you use a camera, basketball, cinema, tennis, and so on, etc. Here we have a one for grade 10, the math book, and even has more pages. I'll tell you something that I didn't see in the grade 9 book. We have the SAT exams, and it's basically, this is what the SAT exams look like. Crazy stuff, isn't it? But we're in grade 10. We have to prepare ourselves for college. We even have this huge biology book, which is so huge. I wish that book wasn't that big. Unfortunately, guys, I don't have the science book for grade 9 or grade 8 or even grade 7. This is the one I have. And this is the lesson that I've taken not long ago. This was what I've taken last month. And now we're taking a whole lot more. This is what I've taken this week. Taken this week probably. And this is what I've taken last week. So, last but not least, guys, this English book for grade 10. So you can see this guy having like 5 dogs. You can see these 3, they look like German shepherds. The one on next to the left, you can see it's like a pit bull. And I have to tell you, I love those dogs. Those are really interesting types, those German shepherds. And I'll tell you one of the stories that I've made. I've taken Islam in America. Here it is, guys. And this is what the story that I've read. So guys, if you want to check out that video, like I said, the link will be in the description. So that is it, showing you guys those books. Now I'm going to show you a bit of the book history. You can see this is all the books of grade 8. You can see the one on the right is the one for grade 8. The one in the middle is the one for grade 9. And the one on the left is for grade 10. This is the book for grade 10. And these are the books for French. So grade 8, grade 9, and grade 10. So I'll tell you, it's so interesting having those books. Here are the 2 math books that I have. So grade 9 and grade 10. They look similar, except the one on the right is darker. Last but not least, guys, the world history books. See, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, and this year in grade 10. You can see the 3, they look almost the same, but the one for this year, it is very different now. They really had to change up the designs. Alrighty, guys, so that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I'm really glad that I got to show you guys those books I've collected for school. And I'll tell you, it was expensive. Those books that I have, they costed a lot of money, but it's worth it, guys. It's definitely worth it. I still got to keep them and especially cherish them. So this is what I do. I cherish those nice books that I've collected. Even the ones that are not from school, I still collect them because they cost money and they are valuable, and they're very important as well. So that is it, guys. And maybe in the future I'll show you guys more books that I've collected outside of the school here in Egypt, and that would be great. That would be great if I make that video. Alrighty, so that is it for this video, and hope you guys liked that video that I made. And if you like this video, please leave a like, and the stuff that I showed you, I'm gonna type it in the description below. Alright, so I'll see you guys again in the next video. Peace.